Hello folks, how are you doing? Well, the European Football Championships are starting tomorrow, so I thought I'd talk about football for a little bit, seeing as how it's in the news. Now, football, well, basically, you might have guessed, I'm from Scotland. I'm from Edinburgh actually, and I support a team called Hibernian. I don't know if you've heard of them. Not many people outside of Edinburgh have heard of them, far less outside of Scotland, you know. They're not very good actually. Actually, I blame my father. I blame my father for the fact that I'm a Hibs supporter. Because see, when I was younger, I used to support Real Madrid. Aye. But my dad point blank refused to take me to the Bernabeu Stadium every other Saturday. Hey? Bloody cheapskate. Mind you, EasyJet hadn't been invented then, so I kind of let him off now, you know. You know what he said to me? He managed to brainwash me. He managed to brainwash me into becoming a Hibs supporter by saying, "You don't want to support Real Madrid, son. They win all the time. And you need to learn that life's not like that. Come on Easter Road with me to watch the Highs. Hi. And then you can be a loser. Just like me." Hi. Thanks very much, Father. Thanks very much. I really appreciate that. Following in the family footsteps now. Suffering every fucking Saturday till the cows come home. That's superb, Dad. Cheers. But I did actually really love going to the football with my dad when I was younger, you know. In fact, it was great because I was able to swear in front of him for the first time. And it was all kind of legal and above board, you know. I was like, hey dad, see that number 4, see that number 4? He's a big bloody animal. Isn't he, Dad? Isn't he? He's just a big bloody animal. You know? I mean, I wasn't going to call the number 4 what my dad had just called the referee. No, that would have been suicidal on my behalf, you know? But my dad was as proud as punch, you know? He was like that Foghorn Leghorn. He was like, hey, that's my boy, that's my boy. Just don't tell your mother I said you could say that. I need one of Dad. Us men, we need to stick together, football buddies now. You know? So we went to the football, and a couple of weeks later, I'd gotten a bit more brave in front of my dad. Aye. Then I came home one day, and my mum was like, "Well, son, did you enjoy the game?" "Oh, Mum, it was magic. Aye. Apart from that referee, he's a fucking blind bastard, and those jambos are cunts. Apart from that, it was fucking superb." My mother was like, where'd you get language like that from? Oh. My dad was, well, he didn't get it from fucking me, no. I didn't get where the fucking land he got it from, it wasn't from fucking me, alright? Must have been for those Hearts supporters. Bloody animals. They're just big, bloody animals. And the football supporters, they go on about the club as if it's something really special and important, don't they? Like, I can remember my dad's friends. They would try and reinforce my father's brainwashing, you know? They'd be like, aye, you've picked a good team to support here, son. You've picked a good team. This team's got a fine history and an awesome tradition. Aye. A fine history, like the last time we won the Scottish Cup in 1902. It's a fine history. I was like, fine history, aye? Sounds more like fucking ancient history to me. Eh? It's unreal. And these guys, it doesn't matter how well the team's doing on a limited budget or anything, they're never happy, these guys. They're never happy, you know? It's like, this new manager's shocking. The new manager's shocking. He's got to go. He's got not got the team playing in the traditional method that we're used to seeing at this club, you can? He's got them trying to play good football. What the fuck's that all about? We've hugged it up the park for decades now. He's got to go. So as usual, fan power gets its wish, you know, and then they get a manager in who does do the long ball tactic, and the fans are like, oh, for fuck's sake, it's a long ball every time, get the ball on the deck, you get this manager's shocking, he's got to go. They just basically go to the football to moan their tits off. You ken the manager, their boss at work has been on their case all week, and their wife's fucking nipping their ear. They just go there to vent. It's got nothing to do with football anymore. You know, it's completely ridiculous. So it is. So it bloody is. Poor guys. And football fans in Scotland, especially, they're a strange breed of people. I think they're very strange. You know, because in in summertime, which little summer we get in Scotland, but anyway, in summertime they wear scarves and they drink Bovril, right? But then in the middle of winter, some of them don't even wear a fucking t-shirt. They're like, oh hey, look at me, I'm turning blue, I'm turning fucking blue. You know, as if it's some kind of badge of honour. You know, and they've always got a pocket full of change at the ready. They've always got a pocket full of change, just in case a dodgy referee turns up, eh? It's like, oh referee, fucking, whoa, take that, you know, bing! Aye. Because a dodgy referee is basically any referee that gives more than 2 decisions against your team, you know? It doesn't matter if like your centre half just paralysed their centre forward from the neck down, you know? It's like, oh come on referee, come on! You're not buying that, are you? You're not buying that, come on! That's fake blood! Eh? Come on, he's went to the joke shop before coming in here and he's got some of the capsules and he's... Oh come on referee, you're not buying that, are you? Look, that's a fake bit of bone sticking out his leg there. I don't recognise. It's an optical illusion now. If you're not buying that optical illusion, are you? Oh, come on. He's booked him for breaking both his legs and paralysing him for the neck down. Oh, referee, it's a disgrace. You're obviously part of the Freemasons. You know, and the guy, so you are, you shimmer of black bastards. Aye, that wasn't a racial taunt. You know, there's a lot of people worried about the European Championship's going to be full of racists, aren't they? Well, let me ask you a question. Why the fuck did the host not there then, if there's lots of racists in the country? Oh, I know. It's the same reason that Rio Ferdinand's not getting picked and the whole Anton Terry thing and it's all kicking off. It's to highlight racism, isn't it? We all highlight racism to put it in the paper so we're all thinking about, oh, he's black, should I be racist, blah, blah, blah. Just cut it out altogether. Nobody mentioned racism. And if these fucking idiots want to start shouting, you're a fucking black bastard and making monkey noises, just ignore them. They'll go away. Because children often do when they're ignored. You can get them in the paper makes them think they're important. That's my 2 bits worth on that. I kind of went off script there, but you catch my drift. And in Scotland, you know, the 2 big teams are Glasgow Rangers and Glasgow Celtic now. Talking about fans being a strange breed of people, we have to say that the Rangers fans are, in particular, very, very weird, you know, very strange, because they're always going on about this King Billy all the time. Have you heard this King Billy this, King Billy that, you know? I tell you what, see this King Billy character, right? He must have been a hell of a player, eh? I mean, 300 years after his death, and they're still fucking singing about him, you can? King Kenny's got fuck all on this guy, let me tell you. I don't know, we must have been, I don't know, the European Player of the Year that year, or they won some Champions League or something that year. They're always blagging on about 1690, I believe, was the year. I think Rangers were the World Club Championships. I don't know, you see it everywhere. I think they're fucking great, this King Billy character. That's all you hear about. I'm sick to death of hearing about it, actually. Because, and the Celtic fans, they think they're better, don't they? I mean, a lot of people actually think there's a big difference between Celtic and Rangers, you know, because the Rangers fans have got their ties to the Queen and the Protestant Church and all that hullabaloo. And the Celtic fans are they're tied into the Vatican and the Pope and all that pile of pish. But you see me, I think there's about as much difference between Rangers and Celtic as there is between fucking Pepsi Cola and Coca Cola. Aye. I think they both rot your teeth. Aye, I do. In fact, do you know when I realised that? I was watching a game between Celtic and Rangers, you know. I was watching a game on the TV there, and the camera panned in on the Celtic fans, and they all look like fucking Shane McGowan for the Pogues. Aye, with the Celtic tops on and the rotten teeth and that, again, going to Celtic. Aye, and then the camera panned in on the Rangers fans, and they all look like Shane McGowan for the Pogues. Aye. And I thought to myself, you know, either these guys drink a lot of cola, or there's something fucking weird going on here. You know, something weird that I want no part of. The Rotten Teeth Club. Keep me out of that yet. Aye. But I think we take football a bit too seriously, don't you? Don't you? I mean, it's all taken way too seriously. It's just 22 fucking arseholes kicking a bit of leather about a muddy field at the end of the day, you know, but it's all got these kind of I don't know, like, people attach themselves to the club way too much, you know. Like, for instance, the time I realised that football was taken too seriously, I was watching the game Barcelona against Real Madrid, and this is back quite a few years ago now, when Luis Figo, can you remember Luis Figo, Portuguese guy? He used to play for Barcelona, right? And he got sold to their arch rivals, Real Madrid, for a then world record of £38 million. I mean, £38 million, ladies and gentlemen. For fuck's sake, you get there's children starving in the world. We're paying £38 million for geezers who can kick a fucking ball. There's something no quite right there. So anyway, he'd been sold to the arch rivals, and he was coming back with Real Madrid to play in the new camp in Barcelona Stadium for the first time since his transfer. Have you ever seen this? There's a clip on fucking YouTube. It's unbelievable. There's like 100,000 people in the new camp, and they're all going absolutely fucking mental. Luis Figo gets like veins popping in their neck, and blood, their heads about to burst, and blood vessels popping everywhere. Luis Figo, you're a traitor! You're a fucking traitor! Some guy even cut a fucking pig's head off and threw a pig's head at him. There's bottles raining down on him. He's trying to take a corner kick. I mean, basically all the guy's done is change the company he's worked for, you know. He's now got a different fucking dye in his t-shirt. At the end of the day, oh no, you've got the Catalans and the fucking Madrid and the Spanish and all the political blah 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 supposedly behind it. But at the end of the day, it's just a game of fucking football. No need to. I mean, as I was watching this, right, I thought, fucking Jesus Christ, I thought Hitler wouldn't even deserve that much abuse, you know? He murdered 38 million, which I believe to this day is still a world record. You can? Fair enough, British and American imperialism is trying its best to catch up, you know, but Hitler's still out there by a long shot, and he wouldn't deserve that much abuse, so let's lay off the fucking football players. They're just doing a job, trying to feed their family in the £100,000 a week. You can't how they do it, I'll never know, but they struggle on, so do they. So anyway, I hope that's got you in the mood for the European Championships. There's lots more shit I could talk about football, but I'm trying to keep this to a 10-minute maximum. I don't know how long I've blabbed on. Thanks for listening to me, and take care. Over and out. Bye bye.